Hey there YouTube, That's here bringing you another 6v6 battle. This time, just like last time, I'm using my Volturn team. It's going to be Cloyster, Diamantian, Azumarill, Scizor, Rotom, and Manectric versus Kabutops, regular Rotom, Charizard, Aegislash, Greninja, and Golem. A lot of G's in that guy's team. Anyways, obviously I have 2 Turners and 2 Switchers, and 1 Wall Breaker and 1 Sash Sweeper, so let's just get into it and see how the battle pans out. So, my opponent this game, I think his name is Progeny. Yep. And I don't remember what our leads are exactly. We'll see right when we get into it. It's going to be Golem as the lead, and I think that was Manectric for me, potentially. Let's just see. It's going to be a shiny Golem. That's also really cool to note. Now it's going to be my Cloyster. So Cloyster's leading off against Golem. He's obviously just doesn't want to fight that. He's going to switch out into his, I don't know what's in Japanese, into his Aegislash. So a great Cloyster counter right off the bat. I go for the Shell Smash just because it was free. I was expecting his Golem to potentially go for a Stealth Rocks, so I thought I would safe go for Shell Smash. And normally, like, Aegislash is a huge, great matchup against me, so I decided to do it again. Like, normally these guys go for a King Shield first turn, and I was expecting to do it. It looks like he didn't, and it kind of sucked. But, you know, if he doesn't do anything about it, I do have 2 Shell Smashes off, and he decides to go for a Swords Dance, so what was looking like a really bad position ended up being a really good one, because now I'm at +4, and I still have my Sash. He goes for a King Shield this turn, and I was thinking, I don't know, do I go for a 3rd Shell Smash? I don't remember. No, I go for the Icicle Spear. I was like, man, I'm not that daring. Anyways, I don't lose the attack because Icicle Spear does not make contact, and now, even though he's in like defensive mode, I'm still just gonna start like slamming these Icicle Spears. 4 and 5. So you see, I almost kill him with that Icicle Spear. That's crazy. Because this guy's supposed to be like my huge counter. He then switches into attack mode, Blade form, and goes for a Sacred Sword, so it's obviously gonna clock my Sash. No doubt about that. Bam. Leaves me at 1 HP. A lot of people are running King's Rock Cloysters or Lumberry Cloysters or even White Herb Cloysters. I just like the Sash one because I like to lead with it. I then see his leftovers, and I go for an Ice Shard. I'm surprised he didn't King Shield, which, like, he could have King Shielded, but I guess he just wanted to stay and try and go for the Shadow Sneak. I guess he didn't know I had Ice Shard. It's an honest mistake. He goes for Slice You Up, which looks like to be a Kabutops, and I go for an Ice Shard again, expecting the Aqua Jet, you know? Like, this would be a great place to use an Aqua Jet, and he does use Aqua Jet, so I made the right choice going for Ice Shard that turn, broke his potential Sash, and we get to see if he has the Life Orb or not. Very important. And it looks like he didn't have the Life Orb, so I decided to send up my Manectric. I'm pretty safe with Manectric here. I'm going to pop my Mega, get an Intimidate off on him, and I think I try to Volt Switch out this turn. That'd be probably the right idea, I would expect. So I get a very nice Intimidate off on this Kabutops, which is obviously a physical attacker, and a Volt Switch, which is super effective. Kabutops is a rock water type, so electric moves are super effective on the water and not, like, the rock type doesn't do anything to electric, unlike most people would normally think. So the ground type that nullifies electric moves, not the rock. So I go to my Darmanitan, another U-turner, and he goes into his Greninja. So I don't remember if this is the banned or scarfed Darmanitan. No, it's the scarfed one, so he's still a dark type, which means, you know, this U-turn's hitting really hard, and it is a one-shot. I think that's a one-shot, yeah. So Greninja's going to go down, and I can go back into whatever I want. I can go into my Manectric, I can go into my Rotom, I can also go into Scizor, I can go into whatever I want. So I decided to go into Rotom. Rotom is usually the choice I decide to go into when I don't want to waste the Manectric Intimidate, and he's going to go into his Rotom, so that's kind of funny. He goes for the Confuse Ray, and it's so weird seeing like a normal Rotom. It's so weird. Anyways, I think I get hit in Confusion this turn. Pop. And I was just trying to Volt Switch out, so that's kind of funny. I decided to just Hard Switch because I don't want to get set up on anymore. And I Hard Switch out into my Darmanitan just in case he wanted to go for a Will-O-Wisp. That's definitely a possibility. He goes for the Thunder Wave. So I was like, fuck. He was totally going to Thunder Wave my Rotom. He was going to Thunder Wave my Rotom. And he's faster than me, so like, he was totally going to do it. So then he goes for the Confuse Ray again, so now I'm confused and paralyzed. The poor man's Paraflinch, that's what I like to call it. And let's see what happens. It is hit myself for Confusion all day time. So Darmanitan hit itself in Confusion, and now he goes for the Hex, which does like, it's stabbed because he's actually a ghost type, and it does like double damage if they have a status ailment, like paralyzed. So pretty good combo from the Rotom. You don't see that often. I decided that I'm done playing games. I decided to go into my Azumarill, and this is an Assault Vest Azumarill, eating the stabbed Thunderbolt, which is literally doing like a ton of damage because it was a crit. I was like, whoa, that did way too much. Now let's see how much this Waterfall does. It should do a decent amount. Yeah, decent amount, and then the Aqua Jet is hopefully going to finish him off. That's my plan, and there's the Aqua Jet finish him off. So Without that crit, I would have been in a really good spot. Even though I'm still in just a great spot. He's gonna send his Charizard out. I don't think he's Mega'd yet. I decided to not eat a Solar Beam and go into my Rotom. I guess I am still eating a Solar Beam. LOL. Let's find out what happens. I just went to Rotom because I think I needed to save my Azumarill for one last Pokemon on his team. Let's just see what he does. I don't really remember. Anyways, Drought's going to come out. It's going to make Sun happen, which means he's not going to have to charge up for Solar Beams. And there's the Solar Beam. He's going to absorb in Light, and he doesn't have to wait a turn to use it, even though he's not stabbing it. Solar Beam's going to come out, and I think I am dead here. Poop dumb. Yeah, so my Citrus Berry is going to save me, but he can just use Solar Beam again if he wants, so that kind of sucks. He's going to go for Solar Beam again. It's funny if I want to, like, priority one, you know, hail. That'd be pretty funny. So Charizard's going to kill my Rotom with a Solar Beam. It is my fault for switching into it, but I didn't really need my Rotom anymore at this point. Rotom's going to go down, and I think I sent my Manectric out. Remember, he still has his Golden left. So Manectric's going to come out. You get that useless Intimidate off on his Charizard. And he's just going to stay in and eat the Volt Switch. This is stabbed, but it's not like it's a Thunderbolt power or anything, so it's not going to kill. And I decided to switch back out and go back into my Azumarill. At this point, I can potentially live through Fire Attack and use a Water attack. Like a Aqua Jet should kill him here. Bam, so I'm left at 8 and he gets a burn, and I was like, wow, stop with the Charizard killing all my Pokemon. So he gets a pretty lucky burn there. My Azumarill's gonna go down, but it's okay. I go back into my Manectric, and I get another useless Intimidate off on the Charizard. Like the third time. He's gonna withdraw it this time. I think he goes into his Golem. Golem's gonna come in. And I think I went for the Volt Switch. I'm pretty dumb. Yeah, there's the Volt Switch. And I just go for the HP Ice just to break the Sturdy. Bam. And it's not going to do like a ton of damage. It just did about 60%. And he goes for the Earthquake. And it's a stabbed Earthquake, so I'm expecting it to do a lot. And yeah, it kills me. That's, you know, that's completely fine. I've had to fodder a lot of Pokemon left. I think I only have a couple more Pokemon. I think I have like Scizor. And I send the Scizor out. Now his Charizard's low and his Golem's low. So there's only a couple things he can really do. I pop a Swords Dance because I'm thinking there's nothing Golem can really do against me. Like, this is the great time to pop the Swords Dance, and he goes for the Explosion, which is probably his best move. Like, Earthquake wouldn't do that much. Well, Earthquake would probably do just as much as Explosion, but I could just set up if he's going to be using moves like Earthquake. You know, I could use 3 Swords Dances if I wanted to. So, he dies, and he sends out his Charizard, who's in the red, but I'm just going to be like, YOLO Bullet Punch. So, he's going to get that Sunlight proc, and he's going to go for Protect for one turn. And how funny would it have been if I would have called that one for a second Swords Dance. Yeah, I didn't do that, but I don't have the balls for that, man. So I Bullet Punch, and bam, he's going to go down. And yeah, that was the game. I think that was my last Pokemon. So that was my battle against Prodigy. Pretty much, it was a really close battle. That Rotom really sent me for a loop, and his Charizard got some major plays off, but I was still able to pull out the victory. It was pretty close. Like, I remember a lot of people in my stream really liked that battle, so thanks for watching the battle, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.